let's have a look what's going on these nearest days. Now we have meteor showers, a lot of meteors falling from the sky, and we should not wait for Perseids maximum, which will happen on the 10th, 12th of August. We may start even earlier because there are many other minor meteor showers. Some of them are shown here, but part of them there are others as well, like Andromedas. And in the middle of July, I used to observe Andromedas as well. So it is, what do we have? We have many minor meteor showers, and every day the radiant moves. So that's why it worth to check where is it every 5 days. Otherwise, you would not identify it properly. So we have Capricornides, Alpha Capricornides. We have Southern Pisces, Southern Fish meteor shower. We have Southern Delta Aquarids. So here is Delta of Aquarius, and this is Southern Delta Aquarids, and anti-solar radiant as well. Okay, so how to observe it? Just go outside, look at the sky, and enjoy the view. From time to time, you might make a wish because of a meteor comes. What we have special for this year, we expect on the 28th of July a possible outburst of gamma draconids. So this is our sky. My cursor is ready. So this is our sky, and gamma draconids should be here, the radiant. And near this date, not obligatory this very moment, there could be earlier and a day earlier, a day later. So it's always worth to observe this place as well. So during outburst, we may see bright meteors and not so bright. And minor meteor shower does not mean not bright meteors. That could be bright as well. And what else? And another place, it is on the 12th of August, when the moon would be very, very tiny. At this place, next to pi of Ceti, here we are, next to pi of Ceti, there will be a dust trail of comet with wonderful name C1852K1. This trail will come very close to the Earth, and that's why we expect an outburst of this comet. So tail. So it's another reason to observe Perseids and just meteors during 12th of August and 11th of August. Okay, next one. It is Jim Wiggins point out that on the 29th of July, there will be not just shadow from a moon on Jupiter, but there will be two shadows simultaneously. From Io, it just came, and from Callisto, it will end. So during about half an hour, we could observe both shadows from Io and from Callisto. From Callisto, the shadow will be visible from Jupiter rising, doesn't matter, it just rising, we observe. The event is not very wonderful for CYPRUS because of Jupiter will be 24 degrees over horizon, but for a telescope with large apertures, it's definitely not difficult to observe both. So you might make print screen or take a copy or write down. And nova of Hercules, it happened just recently. It was on the 13th of June. It was observed, and it was with green means visual, so visible by eye. And that moment it was even visible by naked eye, the moment of discovery. But later, unfortunately, now even for our telescope, which we have now in work in planetarium, the limited magnitude, I should not say the limit of comfort, when we still could see the star. Yes, the star is dim, but it's still visible, and we may make scientific research. So it is 12.2. But now we have 12 here, and these days is 13. So it's better maybe not to observe even. So unfortunately, nova does happen constantly every day. We could not prognose it when it will happen. So it happened. We observed it during half months. It was a good season to observe, but now it's not. But okay. So for large telescope apertures, yes, it's possible to observe. What do we have now? We have these days observations of comet C2020 T2. It's Palomar telescope. That's why the name is just Palomar. And this very moment, it is between Arcturus, very bright star in Bootes constellation, and Virgo. And so it's high enough on the sky, and its magnitude these days is +10. So formally we may try to observe it with our telescope in planetarium. And on the 10th of June, the comet looked like this. So it has just comma and not so visible tail. Yeah, you may recognize maybe it is this one, but comma is clearly visible. And comma is green color, which is common and usual for comets. And green means that comma is a reach of CN molecule and C2 molecule, so carbon and nitrogen and carbon 2. So these two molecules give greenish color of comma. Okay, and you may write down the skylife.com. It is very useful site where you put your coordinates of your observation, and it will give online immediately a position with all small dim stars around the comet. So you may find a comet just starting, for example, from this star, and then star by star, step by step, you come to the position of comet. So it's a very useful and easy. And our next event, online meeting, will happen on 20th of July. And that time we'll have guest speaker Oleg Krikla. He is very famous because of his 12 years in a row, year after year, conduct in Krasnograd matters astronomy meetings, and there we have meetings of many amateurs with large telescopes, with small telescopes, with talks, and specialists come there as well. So not just amateurs meeting at that place he gathered, but some scientific talks are given, and so on. So a lot of amateurs here. And could you imagine, it's 13 years. This time there will be the 13th meeting. So half generations. So a lot of people together. And what's interesting, Krasnograd is an area where really there is dark sky. And that's why matters gathers. And in summer, it is always steady atmosphere. That's why it's enjoyable for observations. And Oleg is famous for total solar eclipse Caesar. Am I right? Is it correct, George? The guy who is hunting for solar eclipse.
solar eclipse chaser.
Chaser, yeah, correct. Thank you. So his solar eclipse chaser, he was even in southern hemisphere to observe solar eclipse, and he was as far to the north as Spitsbergen Island. So he traveled everywhere to observe this shadow of the moon, and he has very large telescope handmade. He made by himself telescope with apertures more than 20 centimeters. And for this telescope to be good, they should be the mirror should be parabolic, not just spheric. And he follows this precedent. He knows how to make parabolic telescope. It's much more sophisticated than just regular one. Regular one even I made, but that one is more important. So it's really interesting. We are waiting for, and it's a great honor for us to be present at this talk. So welcome to observe and to enjoy this our next meeting of the planetarium. That's all.
Yeah, thank you, Alexander. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Okay. It was a great presentation, and we are actually looking forward to the next meeting. And I would like to thank today our guests. And I would like to tell you that we will arrange some sessions here for attempting to take some photos of the meteor showers. So long exposure photos with special customized settings so that we can catch the bright, at least, meteors. And if you're willing to join us, you may let us know. What Alexander talked about today is something really nice to observe, and of course unique experiences, because as he mentioned earlier, nova stars are not happening every day, and also the comet has a beautiful green view, and it's really interesting to join our if you join our team and come with us to take some photos of the meteor shower, and also take with us participate in some sessions for asteroid for meteor for the meteor record campaign, which we will submit later on in the International Meteor Organization, of course, as we do this project with our meteor showers.